Good morning, students. Today we shall learn our first poem, Past, Present, Future. Now, let me introduce the poem. Before starting, I am going to mention a sentence. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call the present. Now, let me explain about the poet. Emily Bronte and her sister were well-known authors who lived in the 19th century. She uses nature to talk about her thoughts, feelings, and ideas in many of her lessons. This poem about time is presented in the form of a dialogue between the poet and a happy child. For the child, in the poem, the past was a pleasant time, but sadly, we cannot go back to it. The present is a time when you prepare for the future, which is unknown but exciting. Now let me explain the first stanza. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee? An autumn evening soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. Here we see the difficult words. The meaning of thee. Thee is an old English word, means you. Here, the meaning of sigh. Sigh means to let out of a long breath. Another word, difficult word is mournfully. Mournfully means in an unhappy manner. Now let me explain the first stanza. When the narrator asks the innocent smiling child about the past, he says that the past is like an autumn evening, which is something that he remembers with longing, means he wishes to have, and a little sadness. The falling of leaves and the mournful sigh of the wind convey that the child is unhappy because the past has passed and he cannot go back to it. Now let us see the second stanza. Tell me what is the present hour? A green and flowery spray, where a young bird sits gathering its power to mount and fly away. Now let us see some hard words. Spray. The meaning of spray is a small branch of a tree bearing flowers. To mount. To mount means to get up. Now let me explain this stanza. When the child is asked about the present hour, the child says that it is like a springtime. Greenery and flowers are found, where a young bird on a branch of a tree just learning to fly. In short, he is gathering its strength and looking forward to head into the world. Now let me explain the third stanza. And what is the future, happy one? A sea beneath a cloudless sun. A mighty, glorious, dazzling sea stretching into infinity. Here, some of the hard words are beneath. Beneath means under. Mighty. Mighty means strong or powerful. Glorious. Glorious means having worthy of or bringing fame or admiration. Dazzling. Dazzling means extremely bright. Infinity. The last word is infinity, having no end or limit. Now let me explain this stanza. When the child is asked about the future, the happy child says that it is like a vast that has stretched far and wide under the bright sun. It is like a vast sea that has stretched far and wide under the bright sun. According to him, the future is magnificent, exciting, and mysterious. Here, mysterious means difficult or impossible to explain or identify. He is keen on exploring it because we are uncertain about the future. We have to utilize the present time properly. We should be careful in utilizing the present hour. the right actions of the present will be helpful to face the uncertain future. The conclusion. The past is something to be longed for. The present is something to plan in. And the future is something to look forward to. Now let us see the rhyme scheme. So, there are 4 lines in the first stanza. First and the third line, last words rhyme each other. Second and the fourth lines, last words rhyme each other. So, the rhyme scheme of first stanza is A, B, A, B. Now let us see second stanza. If you look at second stanza, again, first and third line, they have rhyming words. And second and fourth lines have rhyming words. So, we can say that second stanza also has rhyme scheme of A, B and A, B. And if we see the last stanza, first and second line, third and fourth lines, they rhyme each other. So we can say that the rhyme scheme of last stanza is A and B. Students, let me explain textual questions given in English workshop. Read the poem aloud and using proper rhythm and intonation. This you can do very well. Now, question number 2. Link the items in the 3 columns properly. The first one, see, one answer I am going to tell you. The past. The past, a soft and mild autumn evening, a pleasant time which has ended. Similarly, you can write answers of second and third question. Question number 3. Find the meaning of the following words. Be, mournfully, spray, mighty. All meanings of these words I have already told earlier. Write the adjectives that are used to describe the following. Evening, autumn evening. Spray, green and flowery spray. Sea, mighty, glorious and dazzling. Adjectives describe the nouns. Write one line about each of the following with the help of the poem. Wind in the autumn evening. Wind in the autumn evening is soft and mild. Second one, young bird on the spray. The young bird on the spray is getting ready to climb and fly away. Question number 3. The sea. The sea is under the cloudless sun and it is mighty, glorious and dazzling. Now let us go to the section of language study. First one is simile. The figure of speech, simile. A simile is an imaginative comparison of 2 different things which have something in common. A simile always includes the words as or like. For example, as tall as a tree, as lovely as a flower, as red as cherry, etc. Can you give me the example given in the poem? Here, if you look at the first stanza, you can find one example, what the past is like to thee. This line we can see the figure of speech simile. Now let us learn another figure of speech, metaphor. A metaphor is an imaginative expression that refers to someone or something as another person or thing. It shows that the person or thing has some quality of that other person or thing. The words as or like are not used in a metaphor. For example, he is a gem of a flower. Time is money. Books are our friends. Clouds are white sheep. There are 3 metaphors in this poem. Can you find them? Now, let me tell one or two. An autumn evening, soft and mild. A green and flowery spray. Third one, you have to find out yourselves. Good morning, students. Today we shall learn our first poem, Past, Present, Future. Now let me introduce the poem. Before starting, I am going to mention a sentence. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call the present. Now let me explain about the poet. Emily Bronte and her sister were well-known authors who lived in the 19th century. She uses nature to talk about her thoughts, feelings, and ideas in many of her lessons. This poem about time is presented in the form of a dialogue between the poet and a happy child. For the child, in the poem, the past was a pleasant time, but sadly, we cannot go back to it. The present is a time when you prepare for the future, which is unknown